We're recording this conversation, NFTulum, NFTulum's NFT initiative. And when I went to Art Basel, I ran into an organization called Doing Good. So it's DOINGUD. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that, put their website in the chat. Anyway, they were giving away a free NFT. Unfortunately, I didn't get back to it in time. The interesting thing is I was on a phone call with a couple people who want to be advisors, DAO advisors for us. They were saying that Doing Good is really emerging into the impact NFT scene. They were seeing a lot of traction for them and felt like they'd be very successful. I checked them out, and it's pretty interesting. I'll go ahead and share my screen so you all can just see what I'm seeing with them. So we're gonna go over here. I think do I have it? Maybe I don't have it up. Okay, I'll just open it up. doinggood.com. And it's actually gonna, looks like it's gonna open up to the ocean drop that they did recently. And here's, okay, admitting Marina, okay, Marin. So just waiting for this to open up. But essentially there's an impact NFT platform where 95% of the money, well, actually, let's say it this way. Whenever a creator puts an impact, an NFT on their platform, they have to specify 5% or more that would go to a cause. And so in this case, the cause was actually Open Drop, and they were the people who created the collection. I thought it was pretty interesting that they had some relatively high prices on their pieces. So 15K here, 4,000 here, 40,000 here, 9,000 here, 11,000 here. This one is interesting as well. It has many 24 or even more owners. It looks like the rest of these. This one is 49 out of 49 were sold. These are one edition of each of these. Anyway, I looked at this. I said, "Wow, that's crazy." It's a little deceiving, so you kind of need to click through. I'm going here, and you can see the actual, because this is blockchain, you can see the different transactions. So in fact, this one was minted for a price. The interesting thing around this platform is, like I said, you have to, as a creator, channel 5% or more to a cause, and they're going to provide a lot of different causes. I'm gonna register NFTulum as one of the causes, so anybody could go ahead and select to send us send crypto, part of their proceeds, to us, and I'm assuming that our artists, this would be a really great way for them to go ahead and sell their art, at the same time provide some to provide a portion of the proceeds to our work. So I'm pretty excited about the possibility. I went to their happy hour on Friday, and they said that they will be giving out another batch of creator passes in, I guess it's probably 7 more days. And the way that get active on social media. Someone mute, thank you. Is to get active on social media and to use this hashtag. So I'm gonna put it in here. Start doing good. So if you're interested in becoming a creator, which we are as NFTulum, we're starting to post the work of different artists that are in our network. And we're just posting the art with some explanation about, you know, why it fits with what we're doing, and using this hashtag. And any artist that wants to actually try to get the creator pass on their own can also do the same thing. They just, you know, post your art either on Instagram, Twitter, etc., with this Start Doing Good hashtag. You could also join their Discord. They've got a share your work channel. And I think what you do, if you're interested in going that route, you would go to the doinggood.com site, and then go to roles, select creator, then do an intro, and then go to share your work. You know, post some examples of your work. And you know, that's another way to get it out in front. Probably good to comment on some things. They basically said people who are active and have aligned work, then they're gonna give them creator passes. That all being said, if there's anyone that you know that has done any water or Tulum based art or beach art that's aligned with Regen and would be interested in having us being part of the collection that we're putting together on Sacred Waters, please either contact me directly or have them contact me, and we can, you know, post on one of the days. I'm basically posting every single day for the next 7 days, art of one or more creators. And I will post, if you know, as long as it's aligned with water or Tulum, fits within the collection, or the kind of the body of work that we want to do within NFTulum, then I'll go ahead and post and say, you know, this person, tag them, is one of the artists that's going to be contributing to our Sacred Waters collection. And I'll put the hashtag and any information that we have about the piece and why it connects to ecological things or the Sacred Waters. And, you know, we're off running, and hopefully in 7 days, we will get a creator pass. The good thing is they love our project, because in the happy hour, I had a chance to just speak to Regen Tulum and the NFT project, and they were super excited about both what Regen Tulum is doing, and also that we have an NFT collection of place-based local NFTs. And when I say local NFTs, I don't mean that necessarily have to be created by an artist who's local, but mainly that more so that it would be focused on themes around Tulum and the Mayan Riviera, the Sacred Waters, beach, cenotes, whatever it wants to be, whatever we collectively decide. So, hello, Marina, or Mar. Is that Marin? Is that you? That's Marin. Okay, yeah. Good to see you. Yeah, I wanted to just open it up, see if there's any questions, see if you might want to join the collection, or have any artists that might want to join the collection. Marin, I posted her work both in Discord, and also last night I posted some of it on Twitter, and yeah, and Instagram too. And I'm super excited to see. I know on the Discord we got like 4 different reactions to it, so that was really sweet to see. So people within the project were really enjoying it, and I think having that explanation was really good as well. I added a little bit to the one that you gave me, Maren.
Yeah, it was, yeah, it's beautiful. I see that it's having some reactions out there, and yeah, exactly, having a little bit of a storytelling, so they actually know the background, and that beautiful like adding that you put into the description. I think it really like reinforces, because sometimes we see art and it, without the context, it can be a little bit yeah, like it's just like a beautiful piece. But when you have the context and what's like what the true meaning and the yeah, where like the recycling materials came from and all these little adding, it's beautiful. So I'm very happy to join this. I very feel passionate about it and I truly believe in it. So I'm very happy to join. Thank you.
Awesome. We're really happy to have you. I'm going to just actually share my screen and show you all the Discord post that we did for Mara's work. Let's see. So I'm going to Discord right now, which I'm getting more and more familiar with. It's pretty exciting to, see the possibilities of how we can do communities differently. And really Discord I'm seeing is the foundation for the whole decentralized movement. That's where almost all the DAOs have it. So here's where it goes. When you sign up, you go to roles and you would click one of these different icons. So I click creator. So I click this paintbrush and I also click SIO, so that's social impact organization, because NFTulum is this, NFTulum is the creator. And once you do that, they'll grant you the roles. You can go ahead and do an intro. I think you might be able to do an intro anyway, but you can go ahead and share work at that point. And as you see, I am going to, let's see, share work and show you all a little bit of Mara's work. Let's see. And so, yeah, so here they are. You want to just, actually, let me play this. I'm going to play this. It's just a minute or so. It's really quite beautiful. It's the context for these different pieces. I'm trying to make it big. Oh, there it is. Okay, there it goes.
Somos la expansión del agua. Transmutamos su vivir. Sentimos la basura que transportan sus corrientes, el alimento que envenena a sus seres acuáticos. Somos las sirenas que quedaron atrapadas en las redes de pescadores, gracias al consumo desmesurado de los animales marinos. La angustia de la pegosidad tras los derrames de petróleo, conscientes de que esto pudo ser prevenido. Del mar venimos y al mar regresaremos. De esto no hay duda. La única pregunta es, ¿a qué casa queremos regresar? Sin agua, no hay vida. ¿Qué tanto veneramos la vida? Y si todo esto ya lo sabemos, ¿cuánto tiempo lo podemos seguir ignorando? Somos el sentir del agua, el gritar. El agua y la sangre gotean como un recuerdo o predicción. Y si todavía no habías escuchado su grito, no te lo podemos dejar más claro.
And so this is the video, but there's multiple pieces, 4 pieces that are associated. Are those are actually found pieces for the most part, Mari?
Yes, they are. We did like this whole concept and call it like, and these are performance. So we went to a beach cleaning and we just pick up like these in Siankan. They have like these huge pieces of like nets and like the fan piece and stuff. And yeah, we just wanted to do like a whole collection for it from a like video poem that we really expressed how we were feeling. And yeah. And then we just did the steals that we're gonna mint them with you, hopefully.
and look at the reactions now. So there's 8 reactions. It was 4 yesterday. So I mean, it's really good. And like I said, Marin gave me this information. I added some more, just based on my knowledge of what's happening here. Tulum doesn't have adequate recycling. It says a little bit about Puntos Limpios, and gives a shout out to Red Tulum Sostenible, and also talking about how I went to the Sian Khan beach cleanup, and you just see so much stuff. So just spoke a little bit, added that, and yeah, I think it works. And I'm excited to showcase the work of any other Alliant artists. Is there anyone has any questions, or would you be interested in showcasing with us, and trying to get this, helping us get the creator pass so that we can bring you on board and sell your work as part of our collection?
David, I can share the other artists that I found, because we're gonna have probably five. We're gonna concentrate on 5 artists, or do we have a number? Or
I mean, I would like to get seven more that we can showcase. I think I have the art of a couple. So I have some art from Holly, the Crypto Papayas, and I'm going to be positioning those as for kids and families, and more the kind of the lighter side.
I did talk to this girl, so she's interested. I mean, it's a group. It's not just one person. And they're the ones who have painted most of the murals here in town.
Wow.
There's a few about water. Hi. She couldn't join today, but I told her that we're interested in her work. If we have permission, and be able to use, and it's very uplifting and conscious as well. So
I love these. These are number of these ones I've seen before, and really just remarked on them. I guess with respect to that, do you think that we need to follow back up with her to get permission to be able to show it to Doing Good, or do you think based on your conversation she's at least comfortable with me?
No, definitely.
Oh wow.
No, this is beautiful. I mean, they've done so much work, and there's a few about water, of course. So if you want to do add up to the water collection, I'm sure we can. But it's mostly, this one was for the murals, okay? Instead of just taking the pictures, we just go straight to the source. So, I just wanted to share this. We have this one too. And we have Polly, who is the person who can help us with the graphic design to do the puzzling. And for example, this one, with sacred geometry and fish, that could be part for the, the water collection. And I think that's it. Okay?
I think, and so you said that we can post them, or we need to talk
I think I remember the document. I feel that document is important. Hold on. No, I told her, I literally just contacted her this weekend. I just saw her this weekend, and I told her I was going to come by and set up a meeting so we can help her, share her work and be part of the project.
Okay, great. So we should probably do this soon, the next couple of days, so we can.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's really excellent, and it's multiple artists, and it's really beautiful art. And like you said, there's a really strong heart behind the art that I'm seeing here. Wow, thank you. And Holly is more than a graphic designer as well. Holly may have some art. I know we're gonna connect a little later and go over some of her art as well. So and also go over the Crypto Papayas that she created earlier, which the way I'm thinking about it is really positioning, there's art for kids and family, and then there's, art that's more for adults, and we're covering both. Our collection, we may have a collection that's focused on more kids and families, like the Crypto Papayas, maybe even having art from kids, when something we've talked about. Whereas what we just looked at would be more the sacred waters, or some other aspect of, place-based NFTulum collection. Any thoughts, anyone? Any Charlie, could you see yourself participating?
Yeah, absolutely. I would like to leave you a link for some of my works if you want to have an idea.
Sure. If you'd like, you could share your screen and you could show us. Just give us a little walkthrough.
1 second.
I saw Connor said this is great.
There's a link on the chat. Maybe someone has a better connection right now. I would like to jump on it.
Okay, I can do that. Not that I necessarily have a great connection, but maybe I have a better one than you. We'll see. Okay. All right. So sharing the screen and going to Insta. How do you pronounce that?
That is up to everyone's interpretation.
Okay. All right. So where do I? Oh. Wow. Okay. Maybe we'll kind of zoom in a little bit. Feel free to. So here's some water. I see some water.
Yeah, definitely play around a lot with the elements. And last year I did a campaign for this event company Tulum. I think there's some of the posters there, and I had to use a lot of footage from my travels in Tulum. But yeah, it's basically more into like diving in the subconscious mind, very mindful, conscious collages, and they can all be adapted according to the different topics or areas we want to focus on. So my contribution for this would be, I have like 4 or 5 months of footage from Tulum when I was living there, and yeah, I could even create some pieces that are even more aligned to this intention. But I guess I wanted to show the style and if that resonates in a way.
It's resonating with me. This is water down here too, right? Or it looks kind of like water. It doesn't really matter. I think the key thing is right now we just want to show them multiple images and just tell them that we are going to do a sacred waters one. And I mean, certainly you could either create a new one, or you could probably find something within your collection that may fit sacred waters. So we could, do either and or both.
It's beautiful. Very, very aligned.
Oh, these are the zodiac, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I like it a lot. I mean, it's interesting to me how you're using both digitally created imagery and also mixing the actual footage that you're taking and photos and things. So it's really cool. I love it. And sacred geometry all over. Cool. Well, thank you for showing us your work. And do I have your permission to basically send over? I mean, basically post, and I would certainly tag you and say, Charlie is one of the people that we're going to be working with in our collection. Is that okay, or do you want to talk about that offline?
Yeah. Like you can take your time and maybe scroll down and find one that it's more like into sacred waters related, or in a couple of days I can also launch one like a completely new one. And
how about both? I'll go ahead. I mean, you've got a bunch that have water, some water in them. And like I said, it's really more about showing your talent at this point, because we're not selling the sacred water collection to them yet. We're just trying to let them know that we have people that are creating beautiful art like yourself. Like this looks like water here. Yeah. So I'm sure I'll go ahead.
The one next is from Tulum. This one is from Tulum.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Wait, this one or no?
No, the next one.
This one. Oh yeah.
I was making posters for Soulful Tulum.
I saw that one. Okay. Yes. Right. Yeah.
So those are photos I took
Provocative
with my
post.
drone from Tulum. Mhm.
Nice. Okay. Cool. Anyone have any thoughts, comments, reflections on what you're seeing here?
I really love that all the artists that are coming up, like they're all related. I mean, they have been in Tulum, it's related to Tulum, Shankan, water. So that's important, to have that connection with the land. So it's beautiful work, all of you.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Charlie. Anyone else want to either speak to? Yeah, hey, Mish.
Hola. I just wanted to talk a little bit about creating a project, so we can have all the artists, artists from Playa del Carmen helping with our project. I got this really good contact. One of my best friend's father is the director of, the Secretary of Culture in Solidaridad. He was just named secretary, and I spoke with him this last week about this project, and he's really interested. He doesn't understand much about NFTs, but I think if we can package it and explain it to him in a way that we can also I don't know, he has all the resources and the artists. So if we put it in a way that say okay, your artists are going to be contributing something like Playa for Tulum or something like that. Because obviously, he's director of Solidaridad, so we need to see the way that we can contribute also for a Tulum project, no? So I just wanted to share that, this is a really important contact to have, and if we can bring him and make him interested in this project, I think he's not more than willing to participate. And he's also a photographer, so we can actually have him doing some of the NFTs.
That's super duper cool, because I've been to Playa and seen that they have a fair amount of really beautiful work, at least street art as well. And I don't think that there's any reason that we need to limit ourselves to Tulum versus Playa. I mean, it's sacred waters here. They've got cenotes. It totally fits. And to have access to a whole cadre of artists from Playa is really powerful, especially you're saying that maybe he might even fund something like a contest for them to create art around the theme or something. So when do you think there would be a possibility to follow up with him? Is it a Zoom call, or what would you anticipate?
I told him that I was gonna contact him. We can go to Playa to talk to him directly. I think that would be a better thing.
Okay.
So we can meet in person. He might be coming to Tulum as his daughter lives here. So we just need to figure out the way of present it to him, so that it makes sense for the Secretary of Culture in Playa del Carmen to be participating in this.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. Love hearing that. Thank you. Thank you for developing that and cultivating it. Anyone else have any thoughts, reflections, comments?
Yeah, I have something, David. And I think part of the reason that I reached out to you last week is I've been talking with Omo from Habitas about a regenerative reef NFT, and he asked just to kind of keep it in a small context. And so I'm curious if you have time to meet with Omo and I sometime this week to talk about the regenerative reef project that Habitas is working on.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's just WhatsApp to schedule something. Send me some times.
That's one. And then, so I'm also curious, like, are we just looking for JPEGs of people that have taken of the ocean? That's what we're qualifying as sacred water, or are we like, what is the, yeah, is that what we're looking for? Is just like pictures of ocean shots? Because I mean, I'm sure a lot of us have cool ocean pictures, but I'm like having a hard time comprehending the story behind like why would someone want these?
No, I'm thinking just something that is related to the notion of sacred waters, which in the Tulum context could be the water in cenotes, the water in the underground river system, the oceans, the beach, even shoot, the water coming out of your faucet. That's kind of sacred because you're drinking it or you're bathing it. Well, I guess no one's drinking it, right? But yeah, the water we drink. I mean, I think any aspect that's an artistic comment on the notion of sacred waters in Tulum or the Mayan Riviera is the type of thing that we're looking for. So I wouldn't say just any old picture of the ocean, but if someone embellished it, like used filters in some really special way that made it way more artistic, and if they were inspired, you know, there was some aspect of it that was inspired by this notion of sacred waters, then yeah, we should consider it. Does that help?
Yeah, I think, Adam, I think probably for you that you're so like the deep diving and the scuba diving in the caves and stuff. I don't know if there's many pictures like that, but I've seen a few, you know, that could be interesting too.
Yeah, and I guess I look at it like I have images of like actual sacred water ceremonies hosted on the Big Island of Hawaii, where we were doing an ancient voices retreat with I Papaya and Parangi, and we were like, you know, we're all circled up doing a sacred waters ceremony, and like I look at that image and I'm like, wow, that was like special to. It's very special to me, but I'm not sure like what context that it has to a Discord group. And then, yeah, and then it makes me think about what Alexander just said, where it's like, yeah, I know many of us, like Marina and myself, we have like sacred water offerings. And that's like our artistic creation that we offer here in Tulum, whether it's, I offer an Awakened Waters meditation twice a week at Habitas and people sacred cenote and do cave diving. And then I take people electric hydrofoiling across the ocean and teach people how to fly. And so that's like I would say I have like a sacred water offering, and it doesn't translate necessarily to a JPEG, but I would also like I feel like it would love to find ways to collaborate with Regen Tulum, and if this is part of like a sacred water offering, that's how I translate it as an artist, and I'm sure Marina does with her underwater photography that she shared, but I'm having a hard time. Just like you just want like a photo of me doing something in water that looks cool, or you know, sacred. I'm confused on what we've been talking about.
Well, it's something that you feel is artistic that's related to the theme of sacred waters, and you think that other people would see it as artistic as well, is the guidance I would give you. And if you're just talking about a photograph of a ceremony, it would have to be like a super well composed and just really thought-provoking photo, or maybe it has a really powerful filter on it that brings out some aspect of it that is creating some kind of artistic message. Then you know those are the two ways that I could imagine, you know, a photograph being used. But does anyone else have any thoughts? I would love to have someone else kind of weigh in here as well. And you know, how would you answer that question from Adam?
Yeah, I feel we can see like from the art that is being, like I follow many NFT artists, and as we saw also, like, and what you just showed us, we can do like some animation, we can do some like a lot of like amazing artists. They do beautiful animations, they do beautiful illustrations, and something that it actually for me is something that in my art it has actually like a storytelling and a narrative that is being created and has been in an input, and then we perform it and we do it and with different collaborations. So what I feel is like, yeah, not something that is randomly shot like, oh my god, this day was beautiful, the scene, that's the shot. But yeah, once, like for me, art is something that will transmit a feeling, and the whole process of the feeling can be performed in different ways. If you're, yeah, I'm sure you have beautiful, amazing art that you've shot diving. But what makes it special, it's, so for me, sometimes it's just like the story behind it or the intention that you put into it. No, like doing like sacred ceremonies of water. I love doing those. And how can we make this even like a tiny little short film or a GIF that will condense this art together? No, like, because what I've seen in the art that I'm doing, and it's all about like the collectors, it's all about like I want to know like the storytelling. No, like it's very random that a collector just buys it like out of the blue, but once they know the essence and the whole process and where it came from, like it's just like, yeah, that's for me like that's part of like the juice. And yeah, I just want to thank everybody. I have to go to another underwater photo shoot, but I really believe in this. Thank you so much for putting this together.
Absolutely. Thank you for being here today. See you later. Adam, is that helpful? And I think, feel free to reach out to me or other people on the call, and, just feel free to run some things by us, and we can, I'm sure, figure out something within your art that either, even if it doesn't fit standalone, I'm imagining that, mixing a couple things together, there could be something really, really powerful. You've got underwater photography, you've got water ceremonies. I mean, there's definitely a lot of alignment in. So, yes, feel free.
And that's where, yeah, I would love to connect with you and I'll reach out to you offline about connecting with you directly about this regenerative reef project. And it was less about, and Marina answered my question. I guess I am also just more interested in like the storytelling, where if it's just like, are we just looking for like random cool, that's why I asked, are we just looking for like random cool JPEGs of like, of the ocean, or what is the actual like story that we are looking to communicate and tell as NFTulum? Because if we're looking for just random photos of the ocean, I have tons, or water, I have tons. But if we're like, it would help if I was a little bit clearer on like the story that we're looking to tell. And if we're so general that like all water is sacred, which it is, that's a little bit tough. But if that's where we're starting from, I'm okay with that as well.
Well,
just like
from a NFTulum perspective, I think the water here is sacred. It's different than a lot of other places. There's no rivers here, right? There's no mountains, there's no rivers. All the rivers are underground. They drain to the ocean. So there's this different system. And then it's actually threatened. So there's plastics, there's sewage, there's landfill leachate. There's a lot of stuff that washes up on the ocean. There's animals that are impacted. All these things are part of the story that could be, one piece of art doesn't need to tell the whole story. In fact, it can't, right? So the pieces of art can tell a little bit of that story about the sacredness of this water, how it's a different place and what's happening to it, and maybe what we can do to make it better. Those are all I mean, I'm sure there's more to it, but those are the moving pieces in my mind. Anyone else have any thoughts, comments? We just have a couple minutes left. I'd love to just open it up to reflections or comments. Any artists in your network that you think might want to contribute to something around sacred waters or Tulum focus, certainly get them in touch with me. I would love to have a conversation, and just wishing you all a great rest of your day. Thanks so much.